This is Once Upon a City, live from Pearson Airport in the Greater Toronto Area, and for the first flight attendants here at Pearson Airport. And I have finished up a pre-recorded video prior to going live here. And since this issue affects about 130,000 passengers every day, I thought it generally needs attention here, guys, as on strike. They've been on strike since Saturday. Hey, George. Terminal 1 at Pearson International Airport in Toronto, Canada. Stephen, good to see you, Stephen. I am here. The Air Canada flight attendants are on strike, their second day, and the federal government mandated that they go back to work today. There's a driver going by with a sign in support of the flight attendants on strike here outside of Pearson International Airport. And about 130,000 passengers are affected by this strike. Air Canada, one of this country, has all their planes of, but the flight attendants are a part of QP Canada Union Public Employees representing them. And as I walk through the airport, there are a number of passengers who are sleeping here because they can't get, well, they're on the ground. And this was news to me, guys. I did not know that. So the flight attendants do not get paid until their plane has left the ground. And they're $17.75 per hour. The city I reside in, you got to make at least $26, and the offer on the table by Air. Less than that. Can't afford to buy groceries to feed their family. And I'm not all for all unions, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not for all unions. Some unions, I would say, are thugs. But here we have flight attendants. They can't afford food. They have to go to food banks. They can't afford their rent. They get $1,900 a month. And that's before taxes, guys. Before taxes. And the average rent in Toronto right now is about $2,000, $2,100 for a one-bedroom. And I'm going to walk into this strike, guys, because I was doing a pre-recorded. What is the end game? What is the end game? So far, the QP union has told these workers not to go back to work, and they were supposed to go back to work today at 2 o'clock, but they are ignoring that order. And they're on the ground, and that includes boarding passengers, guys. So they're not getting paid when they're on the ground. This is insanity. And Air Canada makes billions of dollars in profit. Got some more supporters driving by. Let me know if I'm buffering. Air Canada makes billions of dollars in profit, and yet they can't pay their flight attendants a living wage. Yeah, exactly. So I do feel badly for the passengers who are stranded, a lot of people traveling. It's a peak time in the summer at Pearson Airport, as well as a number of airports in Canada, and Air Canada has about 1,600 flights per day, affecting about 130,000 passengers per day. Hey, how's it going, Randy? And anybody else? This is an impromptu live stream, guys. Let's see if I can walk through this. They do have snacks and water available to those on strike here. They've got some water. I did ask to speak to a couple of the folks here who are on strike, but they were directing me to their leader, and their leader didn't seem like they wanted to talk. So rather than disrupt this strike, I'm just observing. Thank you for letting me know, George. Let's see if I can walk through this. Yeah, I'd love to talk to the leader, Adam, but they're not talking to me. They're not talking to me.
Short time game.
They're pretty peaceful here. I haven't had any issues with any of these people on strike. They seem pretty peaceful, and no doubt because they're number one apparently for customer care when you do get on an Air Canada flight. Apparently I'm a part of the strike now. I'm just walking the line with them. Well, they're still in somewhat of a negotiation, so I don't think they want to talk to a YouTube lady with a camera. I don't blame them for not wanting to talk to me. So right now the union is pretty upset because they do not get paid for boarding passengers and any work they do on the ground. Now I'm just outside of Pearson Airport. A number of the flights for Air Canada have, well, all of them have been canceled. No, in fact, because it is a labor dispute, Air Canada is not paying for hotels, food, or anything that affects passengers. And this is peak time for travel in Canada, guys. And they have not been on strike since 1985. Hey, how's it going, LAB? And if you can believe this is my first time at the airport. I've never been here before. If you've watched me before, I don't fly. And there are about 10,000 flight attendants who are on strike right now. They're not all here, obviously. It looks like you've got about a couple of hundred cabin crew workers here. And they're really going after Rousseau. He is the CEO of Air Canada, and he gets he makes millions of dollars a year. Last I checked, he was making about $12 million a year. Way more than the average Canadian, and a hell of a lot more than these less than minimum wage workers. Let me make my way back a bit. I understand I was buffering a bit. Pretty peaceful strike right now, guys, but they're only in their second day here at Pearson Airport, and they're on strike in a number of major cities in Canada right now, and this is affecting international passengers as well, as a number of the flights have been canceled by Air Canada, which is grounded.
Rousseau, unpaid work has got to go. Hey, hey. Rousseau, unpaid work has got to go. Hey, hey. Rousseau, unpaid work has got to go.
I don't think Rousseau's going to come out and say anything to them. I guess he would consider them bottom feeders, like some other nerd in the YouTube community. So let me see if I can get one of these Air Canada flights, because they're all grounded. And if I walk over here, let me know if I buffer, guys. Let me know if I buffer. Yeah, exactly, Adam. Like, people are trying to change their flights around, but there are a number of people with Air Canada flights that have been canceled, and they're actually sleeping in the terminals. See if I can get a view of one of those Air Canada planes. I'm just astonished how little they get paid. I don't know why. I'm just astonished. I think you'd make as much money working at McDonald's, for crying out loud. There's one of the grounded Air Canada planes. Let's have a look at that plane. Hey, how's it going, Ann? Everybody else in this live stream, I'm at Pearson Airport in the Greater Toronto area. The flight attendants are on strike, their second day. They were told they had to go back to work today at 2 o'clock. Well, that's assuming, Nature Explorer, that the workers decide to go back to work. So right now they were told to go back to work at 2 o'clock. The federal government, job minister Patty had, how to say her last name, had sending this into arbitration between Air Canada and the flight attendants. And that takes away the flight attendants' right to vote on any decision in regards to their pay rate, guys. And apparently, Air Canada said that even if these workers were back on the job today, it would take them about a week. Air Canada would take them about a week to get flights back to normal here at Pearson Airport and all the other airports in Canada, the United States, and international airports. Air Canada has about 180 direct airport routes throughout North America and internationally. And the pilots did come with the deal. I think that's a pilot there. Some of the pilots Air Canada did make a deal with the pilots. I do believe it was in 2023. I could be wrong about that, guys. Here's a plane taking off. That is definitely not an Air Canada plane, though. That's not an Air Canada plane. That lady's sign says, "Wings clipped by corporate greed." Wings clipped by corporate greed. Thank you. They're pretty pleasant here, these flight attendants. I haven't had any issues with any of them, but I do think they appreciate their story getting out there. I wouldn't want to be working if I'm not getting paid either. Yeah, the government, I don't know, like the government's just as greedy. Like this Rousseau guy who runs Air Canada, like he's probably in bed with Carney. I think they're taking a break right now, guys. Oh, you're done? Okay. Thank you so much. So they are saying they are done for the day. They are done for the day here, guys. Thank you so much, Adam, for your generosity. Thank you so much, Adam, Hidden Jackpots. So they are done for the day, guys, here at Pearson Airport. Yeah, I understand both sides of the issue. Randy, I definitely understand both sides of the issue because there's a lot of people needing to get around. It does affect the economy immensely. 130,000 passengers and cargo. And with the way things are right now, we're already in a hot mess in terms of the economy. Well, the striking members here will be back tomorrow.
Oh my God, I love your song. I just realized it.
But they have been going strong since this morning. Hey, how's it going, Christine? And for all of you joining, I'm outside of Pearson Airport where the flight attendants are in their second day of a strike. And right now, they have decided to ignore, their union leader told them to ignore the mandate to return back to work today at 2 o'clock. They haven't been on strike since 1985. They are demanding that they get paid for unpaid labor. Apparently they don't get paid until their airplane leaves the ground, so they don't get paid for boarding passengers. And a lot of flights have been canceled here. All of the Air Canada flights have been canceled here at the airport. And they are done for the day here, folks. They are done for the day. These flight attendants, mostly women. I sure as hell won't work for free there, Russell. Not me, no way. And the average wage is less than a federal worker, $17.75 Canadian. And in order to live in Toronto, they say you got to make at least $26 an hour just to be able to afford the necessities like your rent, your food. A lot of these workers go to food banks. They can't pay their rent. They're doing side hustles just to make ends meet. And when it does go to arbitration here, guys, these folks, these workers, flight attendants, do not get to make a democratic decision in regards to what will be imposed on them. And I'm not a fan of all unions, guys, okay? I'm not a fan of all unions, but I am a supporter of people who live in poverty while their CEO, Russo, makes millions of dollars and gets bonuses too, guys. Bonuses. And Air Canada has been turning a profit revenue to the tune of billions of dollars. And there's some passengers sleeping in the terminal because their flights have been canceled. Look at that. They're stuck. I feel badly for them, especially little people. Like, there's little people in this airport because it is a labor disruption. Air Canada is not paying for hotel rooms, is not paying for food. It's a sink or swim moment for people traveling right now on Air Canada. Their flights have been canceled. Yeah, let's just blame Trump for everything. Why not? If it were only that simple, Paul. If it were only that simple. Okay, let's see if I can get away with filming in here. Power jack. I know a number of people would love to have this strike over and done with, but I don't know how long this strike will be going. They are in their second day here, and here we go, guys. Look at how many flights have been canceled. That's French for canceled. That one's on time, but that's not Air Canada. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all unions. But if I can give my opinion on this one, I'm actually pretty disgusted at how these flight attendants are being treated. And if you go back, you'll understand why. Now, I wasn't even going to go live today. I had come here for a pre-recorded. I've never been to Pearson Airport before. This is actually my first time here. And a lot of flights have been canceled here, guys. The strikers are heading home. They'll be back here again tomorrow. Let's have a look around. And the union does pay them per diem for every day they're on strike, but it's nowhere near enough for them to survive either. So and Air Canada has advised people not to come to the airport if they are headed on an Air Canada flight. They've told people not to come to the airport. They already have passengers staying here because Air Canada is not paying for hotel or food. Yeah, I read that too, Randy. I read that their stocks have gone down, but the head of Air Canada, I think I'm saying his name right, Russo, he ain't losing any sleep, guys. He's sleeping on a bed full of money. This guy makes millions of dollars a year within his, I think on his first day of work in a year, he makes the equivalent of what an average Canadian makes in their entire year. So he makes in one day what an average Canadian makes in their entire year. This guy's who's in charge of Air Canada, the CEO, makes millions of dollars. Air Canada turned a profit of billions of dollars last year as well. Yeah, Air Canada is the flagship carrier for Canadians traveling to Canada, through Canada, the United States, and internationally. And Air Canada has 180 direct routes throughout North America and internationally. A lot of frustrated passengers today. 130,000 passengers affected by this strike from flight attendants here at Pearson Airport and a number of major airports throughout Canada, the United States, and internationally. And I just walked by security and they haven't done anything to me with the camera. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to be filming in here, but I seem to be okay for now. Yeah, definitely, Adam. I know it affects a number of people. My daughter's best friend, she lives in Dubai, and I don't know how she'll be getting here for the new school year. How much do they charge for chips? Definitely, Adam. I don't want them nailing me to the proverbial cross here. I'm just going to say I'm lost. Yeah, I think so. I think so, but I'm not going to say anything, Stephen. And this is quite a big issue because it affects the economy with them being on strike. It affects passengers. Canceled, guys. Canceled. And I was out there for the strike, guys. And they have stopped for the day. They were having a picket line right in front of Pearson Airport here. But they'll be back here again tomorrow. The federal government ordered them back to work. But Air Canada has already stated that even if they were to come back to work today, it would take them a week. Air Canada a week to get all their flights back on track. And let's walk over to the other end of this terminal here. I've never been here before. Oh, here it says something, labor disruption. Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge flights are impacted by a labor disruption affecting flights over the coming days. We're working to provide the best available options for all our customers, and we are truly sorry for this inconvenience. Well, what about the flight attendants, man? Nobody wants to go to the food bank.
Yeah, I'm making my best. What? You can't do it. My best thing. My best thing.
Yep. What do we got over here? I guess these people are trying to help passengers stranded to some extent. Oh, yeah, definitely. Alternate airlines are definitely making money right now due to the strike. And I feel like if I hang around any longer, I'm going to get nailed to the proverbial cross, and I'd rather not. If only I got to go home and make dinner. So there you have it, guys, live from Pearson Airport. The flight attendants on their second day of a strike that the federal government has told them they had to go back to work today at 2 o'clock, and they gave the finger. We won't go pay us a living wage. And there's somebody lying down right there on the tarmac. I was going to say tarmac, but it's a fake grass area. A stranded passenger having a sleep right there. And all of Air Canada flights have been grounded. There you go, guys. There you go. Live. Once Upon a City live from Pearson Airport. Yeah, you never see this many airplanes sitting on the tarmac here. You too, Sandy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am going to wrap it up here, guys. You too, George. And I did do a pre-recorded prior to doing this live stream, so I'm going to edit that, throw that together, guys. Thank you so much, Adam, for hopping in and your generosity this evening. Thank you guys so much, George, Sandy, everybody else who has hopped in on this live reporting from Pearson Airport. Once Upon a City live. And I do hope that everybody has a good evening, and good luck to the striking flight attendants here at Pearson Airport. Thank you, everybody, so much. Air Canada planes. Thank you so much, Dave in Bangor, Maine. And everyone else, thank you so much this evening. Take care, everybody. Strike!